Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Unbettable. I'm Mondo here with Gary and Holmes. And on today's episode, it's actually going to be a pretty quick one if you haven't been able to tell by the time. We don't really have too much to talk about. We promised we'd do 3 episodes this week because we skipped last Thursday. It is what it is. We had some stuff come up, had to get it all taken care of, but this is to make up for that. So we're going to talk some Thursday night football. We're going to introduce the bet wheel. We'll probably make fun of Gary a little bit. We'll talk MLB playoffs. Holmes going to talk a little bit about college football. We'll save the majority for next episode, which will be on Friday. But yeah, boys, how we doing? Let's get into it.
Doing great, man. Gonna have a nice episode today, nice and crisp. A lot of good stuff to talk about. Football gonna be great. Baseball playoffs are just vibes are incredibly high right now. Games are great, a lot of fun to watch. NHL is back, dude. Hockey is back, thank God. And man, another great slate coming up this weekend, Gary. A lot of football going on.
There's a ball guy.
What?
What?
I'm
Go
a
on.
ball
How
guy.
was your day, Gary? Talk to me. What's going on? You're in a mood. Let's figure it out. Let's be happy. You're
I'm
with your
alive today.
boys.
Had Chick-fil-A today. Went and got food at the house today. Wrote an essay today. And yeah. Oh, and I filled the bird feeder. We got a bird feeder in the back of the house. That's pretty hype. I sit here from my window and watch the birds out my window like an 80-year-old man. Sometimes there's some cool birds. There's some bluebirds, some red birds. But I go out there and yell at the squirrels because they go in there and they fuck with the birds.
We should start placing bets on what bird's gonna show up during recordings.
I sit here and stare out the window.
Yeah. Why not, man? We're in it to either make or lose a lot of money, but we're here to bet. So might as well do
no
something.
birds right now. No birds. No birds. If you bet no birds, you're winning a lot of money.
No birds so far. You heard him here first. Gary, are we gonna be high energy today? Are we gonna be in a good mood? You promise?
Oh yeah, we're always good. Always good in the gear hood. So
all right. That's what I like to hear. Always good in the Gare hood. You know where else it's gonna be good? Amazon Prime, Thursday night football. Go watch it. It's gonna be electric. Maybe, I don't really know. We got the Jag Saints. It's a shitty matchup, but it's Thursday night football, so we'll take it, especially after 2 days of no sports to watch aside from baseball. Jag Saints, Trevor Lawrence has a knee injury. He's been wearing a brace all week. Will that play into it at all today or tomorrow?
I definitely think so. Yeah, I got Trevor Lawrence on one of my fantasy teams, and for anybody that's probably struggling on whether or not to play him tomorrow, I would say if you have a viable backup that you trust, play him over Trevor Lawrence. It's not like Trevor Lawrence has been lighting the world on fire so far this year. He's definitely been performing under, I think, what a lot of people would have thought, like relative for fantasy. Saints got a good D, man. Like their front four is nice. They're going to get after the quarterback. I wouldn't say the Jags offensive line is fantastic by any means. I just think it's a tough situation. Even if Trevor starts, I think the risk of re-injury could be pretty high, especially being on a short week. So I don't know, man. I don't really love the idea of him even playing in this game. If I were the Jags, just give him at least a week to rest. I mean, this is the worst week for that injury to have come about. Short week, you only get so many days to rest. And you're going up against a nice defense. And the Saints are only 3-3, but that's really due to a lot of offensive ineptitude. Like that's really what that's come down to. Derek Carr has not been what the Saints thought he was going to be coming to them in the offseason. So, I mean, Trevor Lawrence playing, Trevor Lawrence not playing. I kind of like the Saints in this game, I have to say.
All right.
It's a pick 'em. It's a pick 'em right now.
It is a pick 'em. +1.5. If you like the Jags, +1.5, 1.5 favoring the Saints. But yeah, Gare, what do you think?
I think do something about these poop bowl games that getting every Thursday. This is just another one of those games. yeah, I'll watch. Will either team put up more than 10 points? Probably not. I don't know what it is about the Thursday night vibes. They're just not there for me. I mean, I think the best part of Thursday night football is watching fucking what's his name, Richard Sherman, pull the things down in the ad. Honestly, that's the only thing I look forward to when it comes to Thursday night football. But player was wise, I'm gonna take Saints money line for this game. Just based on the fact that T Law is not playing his. I mean, we've seen kind of that theme amongst the NFL this year. For example, with Joe Burrow, his fucked up calf. Those first few games for him were really rough. I just feel Law is kind of the glue the Jags together, and that he's not going to be playing his best this week. I'm just going to go ahead and take Saints money line outright.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you guys there. I don't know that I'm gonna pick either side in this game. I will say though, with Trevor Lawrence's injury, he's not gonna have a lot of time in the pocket, so he'll have to get a lot of throws out quick. So this is gonna be a massive ETN game. It's gonna be huge. So all scrimmage yards, ETN, easy over, anytime TD for him. Definitely locking that in. Those are probably my two main bets. Like you guys said, Saints have a great D, but ETN, when he gets a little bit of space, he's crafty with it. He'll blow right by you if he needs to. And there's going to be a lot of dump offs to him because the Saints front four are way too fast for Trevor Lawrence, especially with one leg right now. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. I'm leaning towards the Saints just overall, but the over on scrimmage yards and the anytime TD are the two bets I will be placing tomorrow for sure.
I love that. I will honestly say I would take Kamara props as well.
Mm-hmm.
The Jags, I think they're like the third or fourth defense against the rush this year, so they're going to lock him down rushing attempt wise, but out of the backfield passing wise, I like over 4.5 receptions, man. Like Derek Carr loves dumping off to Kamara. I mean, he's definitely reverted back, I think, a little bit so far this season to how he was with Drew Brees, getting a lot more work in the passing game than he does in the rushing game. Just since he's come back from injury against Tampa Bay, 14 targets, 13 receptions. Had a dud game against New England, 3 targets for 3 catches, but same thing against Houston, 8 targets, 7 receptions. He's on and out there in the backfield. He is a major target for them, especially when Olave and Thomas aren't getting open down the field. He's an easy access option out of the backfield. I like his over receptions, man. I think Derek Carr is going to be targeting him a lot, but I just don't see him having quite necessarily the success in the rush game.
Yep. Yeah, I guess we should probably debut a new segment as Gary puts on his most handsome look. Yeah, we're gonna give a little ad read to Mr. Gary Gowdy real quick, and then we will come right back into our new segment. Gary, take it away.
What's up, everybody? It is your boy Gary here with the Unbettable podcast, and I'm here to talk to you today about lock spread. Now, lock spread is comparable to your favorite player prop pick sites such as Prize Picks, except it's more catered to people our audience, catered to the teams we like, catered to the college teams we like, got baseball in there, golf, every sport you can think of. But I just want to tell you guys a little bit more about the promos that we have going on right now on the site. Just to let you know, the mobile app did just launch, which is huge, making it a lot easier for you to place those last minute picks. So the promos we got going on right now, we are matching every deposit up to $100, essentially doubling your money, giving you more to play with, more time to explore the site. Also, whenever you first sign up for the app, you will get a $5 credit. This essentially gives you some money to play with, see if you really like the site, see if it's something you could see yourself using in the future. Also, tonight, I don't know when the podcast is going up, but we got a free square up tonight for Jimmy G over half a passing yard. It's free. And you can expect more free squares like that. We have at least 2 to 3 every week. So make sure you click the link here, and it'll take you to my referral code, sign up through there, and we'll get you rolling. Hope you guys make some money. Make sure you check out Lock Spread. Thank you.
All right, we are back from the break. Thank you, Gary, for that ad read. Now it's time to debut the Thursday night spins. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wheel of Player Props. What this is, we will each spin the wheel once. What we get is the bet that we have to place for tomorrow's game. Pretty simple, right? Not a big deal. Well, the problem is you have some ridiculous ass bets on here. Jamal
These shits are
Agnew,
torture.
2+ touchdowns. We'll just do a sample spin. I didn't mean to fucking click that.
Nope,
You'll
this is
have
what you get.
Evan Ingram, longest reception over 16.5. That's one of them. You'll have some easier ones like Alvin Kamara, over 52.5 rush yards. So we're kind of going back and forth here, trying to figure out, a bet. But yeah, who wants to spin first?
I do.
Oh boy, Gare. Deal
All right,
in,
Gary.
kid.
Here we go.
God, I hope Gare gets fucking Kendre Miller to have 2+ touchdowns.
Oh, Gare gets the one we just spun.
Wow, he gets Evan Ingram again, bro.
All right,
Give me-
Gare, that's the bet you have to place. Evan Ingram, longest reception over 16.5 yards.
That could be a lot worse. It's not bad.
That's a pretty modest
really not
bet
bad.
overall. Holmes, you want to go next?
Yeah, let's cook it. Let's go.
Let's cook the books, baby.
Come on, dude.
He's getting defensive touchdown over a half.
Dude, I will take that all day long for sure.
Oh, that's light work,
Longest
bro.
field goal made over 46.5. Put it
I
in.
love that. Jags
You want-
kicker, Brandon McManus. I think he's gonna cash this.
You gonna
Give me a
parlay it?
first half. He's kicking a 50-yarder.
You gonna parlay that?
No, you can't do that. Can't do that.
All right,
Can't get that greedy.
here we go. The final one.
He's getting defensive touchdown. He's getting defensive touchdown.
MT
Michael
first
Thomas,
tutty.
first touchdown plus 1,100 odds. Guess what? For the anytime guru, this ain't shit. Here we go. We're gonna do it. We're
That's
gonna do
that's
the
not
damn
bad
thing.
value, to be honest.
No, not at all.
I like that.
So that was the wheel of player props. First time
Wheel
doing
of torture. Wheel of torture.
it. If you have ideas for next time, drop them in the comments. We will definitely make it work. We will add you to the wheel. Maybe we'll do a punishment. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We haven't gotten that far yet, but it's definitely up in the air.
I only do the punishment if I lose.
Naturally. Yeah, I guess let's do MLB playoffs with Mr. Holmes.
Let's get into it. Well, tonig's game is going to be really interesting. Astros coming back home for game 3. Dude, Rangers have not lost a postseason game. Holy hell. Talk about a wagon. Look good, Gare. Talk about a wagon, though. Holy shit, man. The Rangers, it just seems like a really, really dumbass idea to fade them at this point with how hot they've been. But I'm going to do it. I have to take the Astros. That was my bad. I said they were coming back home. No, they're going to Arlington. They're going to Texas. The Rangers coming back home with a 2-0 series lead. I'm taking the Astros here, and I'm taking them here for one reason and one reason only. I looked back at their split with the Rangers earlier this season. They have dominated the Rangers in Arlington, and they put up runs in Arlington too. I don't have the exact average number on me right now, but they're putting up almost 5 runs at least every single game that they're in Arlington. So not only do I like the team total prop of taking Astros over 4.5 for the game, but Astros are plus money, man, right? You got to take them tonight. This is the time. They have nothing to lose. Down 2-0. Max Scherzer coming back from injury. That's a coin toss, man. He could either come back and absolutely shred the Astros tonight, look like a baller, or he's going to get hit around a little bit, and somebody other than Yordan Alvarez has to fucking show up for the Astros offense. So tonight is the night it's going to happen. They rake in Arlington. We're going with the Astros to win this and keep the series alive. What say you, boys?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just looking at the stupid ass trade offer you just sent me. Um, yeah, I agree with Holmes. I feel like, it's too scripted. If the fucking Rangers win this by a landslide, I feel like the Astros have to fight back. Um, I mean, regardless, I said this in the group chat last night. Whoever wins this game is playing Phillies in the World Series. That
Yeah.
you can book.
Yeah.
And the Phillies are gonna win the fucking World Series. Like, they are too hot. I want to say I saw a stat yesterday. It was like 14 home runs in the past like 5 games or some shit like that. Like, bro, you just got to do it. What is so funny, bro?
Take off your fucking glass.
The glasses are killing him, dude. It's such a look.
They're just moving with you. It's cracking me up.
I will say that, yeah, Gary, you're 100% right. I was going to say you got to book the Phillies to the World Series, man. Yeah, I know they're going to Arizona for game 3 tomorrow, but their vibes are like unmatched right now. I mean, Philadelphia is absolutely rocking for their home games. There's no way they're going to lose in Citizens Bank Park. And now they're going on the road with all the momentum in the world. They are just playing without a damn care in the world. Like, they are going out and having a great ass time playing playoff ball. So, yeah, you got to book the Phillies for the World Series, dude. I don't know who's going to face them, but Phillies look too hot right now to bet against them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Phillies are a lock. The D-backs have some motherfucker named Fat starting tomorrow. So you can go ahead and pencil the Phillies into the World Series. As for Astros Rangers tonight, I fucking hate the Astros. So I'm always gonna bet against them. It's the Rangers lock all the way. It's a clean sweep. Fuck the Stros. Here we go. Fucking bitch ass birdies these Stros are. We'll see you later. Gary, what the fuck are you doing, man?
I'm just experimenting with what Zoom has to offer here.
Yeah,
Crazy.
thank God we are only doing YouTube videos so you all can see what we deal with on a daily basis. It's exactly as it seems. I'm gonna keep it a buck with all of you. This is Gary fucking Gowdy.
I'm rocking with this one for the rest of the pod.
All right, so what do you say we talk some college football quickly before we get out of here?
Yeah, first let's send it over to another ad read real quick and then we'll come back to it.
Let's do it.
So let's send it over right now. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? It's your boy Mondo here today to tell you a little bit about Open Bar. That is right. The same thing I talked about last episode. Guess what? They're back again. Now you might be wondering, Mondo, what the fuck is an open bar? I'll tell you right now. Open bar was a concept that my dad and I came up with when I was moving into the fraternity house my senior year of college. Basically, we didn't have room for a full bar, so what we do, we invented one that came down from the wall. And guess what? It looked incredible. Look at the picture right here. It's the easiest thing to get, saves you all kinds of room. Everyone loves it. Everyone uses it. You can put on dartboards, mirrors if you want to look good, whatever you want. We can build open desks that come down. So if you're a little study bird or you want to play video games, guess what? Open desk got you too. We got all kinds of products. All you have to do is reach out to cmondo@jmatinc.net, cmondo@jmattinc.net. Reach out today, customize your own bar. It will be sent out to you. It is worth the price. These things hold up long time. Telling you it is worth it. Peace. God damn, that man is handsome. What an ad read out of him. I mean, seriously, just an absolute specimen of a human. Holmes, you want to talk a little CFB? Obviously, we'll do the deep dive on Friday's episode with maybe a little special guest. But give it to us. What's your breakdown today?
Yeah, dude, let's do it. I wasn't here for the last Monday show. Unfortunately, I did not go 7-0 again. A little tougher day for picks on the Twitter. I think I went 3-4. Had a tough early slate, but came together with Notre Dame and my Notre Dame team total at the half. So that was pretty big coming into the nightcap. But this week, This week's going to be really interesting. I feel like we're going to have to try and search more for the value on the board this week, but there's a lot of good games that we're definitely going to want to keep an eye on. First one, obviously, biggest one of the weekend, maybe big noon kickoff, Penn State, Ohio State. That's going to be absolutely crazy. I think James Franklin is 4-14 against Ohio State in his tenure with Penn State, and Ryan Day, pretty sure, is undefeated against Penn State in his tenure. So if there's anybody with something to prove in this game, it is Penn State and James Franklin without a doubt. But this is just a game where, I mean, it's gonna be, I feel like, too close to have to bet on the spread here. I might end up taking Penn State to try and get an outright win in Ohio State, because I do believe in Penn State this year. I am not on the Ohio State train. This is probably the first time in Ryan Day's tenure where he has not had like a legit first round caliber type of quarterback talent. I do not trust Kyle McCord in that passing game. Obviously, Marvin Harrison Jr. is a god. That guy is untouchable. Marvin Harrison. That's what I said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Thought I messed up that name. But that guy, God, understandable. But Penn State, I don't know, man. I think they're just a little bit more complete on the offensive side. I think there's a lot of stuff that they really haven't shown they're capable of yet. I think they can really establish a great running game. I think the passing can be out of this world. I'm going to take Penn State possibly to win on the money line here. Does anybody have a feeler on this game right now?
Well, here's what I'm feeling, Holmes. I'm feeling like asking you this question.
Sure.
Who is Ryan Day going to be beefing with? And why is it going to be Jerry Sandusky?
Oh
'Cause
my
I feel
God,
like
dude.
that's the route. We're taking on old men who are just senile.
Yeah, man. I don't know. When he wins this game, he's going to have some choice words, I'm sure. He's getting doubters every week. He's got a doubter right here. I'm one of the people. Call me out post game. Do it, Ryan Day. I don't believe in Ohio State. Penn State this year will come into your house, will come into the Horseshoe and get a dub.
You
Nittany
heard it here
Lions.
first.
You heard it here
Lock it
first.
in.
Nittany Lions are getting a dub this weekend.
Gare, anything you want to add?
Nope.
Oh boy, Gare.
Stay hot, Gare.
Another interesting game, I will say, underrated on the slate, but another 12 o'clock game. The Dylan Gabriel revenge game. UCF goes to Oklahoma. Oklahoma ranked number 6 now in the nation. 6-0, have certainly looked the part this season, way better than they looked under first-year head coach Brent Venables last year. UCF, man, they have not been able to find that elusive first Big 12 win yet in the conference. And this is a bad spot to be in at home against Oklahoma. Dude, this is the game Dylan Gabriel has had circled on his calendar for a long time. Yeah, what was that win percentage Oklahoma had, Gare? That looked like 94%.
94%.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure the entire public is going to be back in Oklahoma here, and I'm normally a big try to fade the public kind of guy. But you got to ride Oklahoma, man. Like, I don't think there's any way that Dylan Gabriel is letting his old team show him up at home whatsoever. I have a lot of friends at UCF. My little brother goes to UCF. I like the Knights. But right now, this is a bad spot to be in, man. And I hate the thought of what Dylan Gabriel could do this weekend against UCF.
I hate UCF. I absolutely despise them. I remember going to the bowl game a couple years ago at Raymond James,
Yeah,
when the
man.
Gators played UCF, and within the first 10 minutes, I almost got into a fight. We're sitting in the fucking nosebleeds, and I stand up and I'm cheering whatever, and this old woman behind me goes, "Can you please sit down?" And I turned around and I was like, "This is a football game," and she was like, "I don't care." And that's when I knew UCF does not know ball. That's all I have to say about it.
There's your Gary logic for the day. That's how I'm placing my bet this weekend. Old alien ass over there.
Boom.
Provides knowledge from outer space.
Watching from the satellite.
What are the
You got
games?
anything on that game, Mondo?
Do I have any takes yet? No.
No.
Not
All right.
really. I
No
mean,
worries.
CF's gonna get fucking shit on. I don't know if I'm gonna bet any sort of lines in that game. I just know they're gonna get fucking smoked.
Yeah.
That's all I
I'm going to
really gotta say.
definitely look for some Dylan Gabriel props. I'm going to have to find some value there. We'll get into two more ranked matchups for the weekend. Probably some really big games. One at 3:30, the big SEC matchup of the weekend. The third Saturday in October, Tennessee goes to Alabama. This is going to be a rock fight sort of game. This is going to be nowhere near what it was last year. I think it was 52-49 final score last year. Tennessee gets an incredible dub at Neyland Stadium. That is not the case this year. Tennessee's offense is nowhere near as explosive as they were last year. Way more focused on the defensive side of the ball. And as we've talked about before, Alabama's offense, dude, what the hell is wrong with them? I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, taking Jalen Milroe to throw a pick against Texas A&M was probably one of the easiest bets I've ever placed in my life. I mean, you knew it had to happen. This guy gets pressure on him all game long. Their offensive line sucks. This is just going to be a battle of, honestly, who doesn't suck more on offense. That's really what it's going to come down to, because both defenses are going to put in some work. Who's just going to get more explosive plays, bro? Who's not going to get sacked the most? Who's not going to go for more negative plays? This is going to be a hard game to pick for sure, especially with Alabama being at home. Alabama 9-point spread right now, too. I feel like I want to lean Tennessee, but how do you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
First of
Nah,
all,
I know what Gary's going to say. Do you care before you even say you're going to say
no, no,
fuck
no, no,
Alabama?
no, no,
I
no,
respect
no,
that.
no,
I
no, no.
respect that 100%.
What did he? What are you gonna do it today? I was gonna say fuck both of them.
Okay,
Um,
fair. Fair.
but no, I think the line is kind of dirty, -9. Um, like looking at Tennessee and Bama, like this year, I mean, everybody had their doubts when Tennessee came and played the Gators and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot, and like, of course, we proved that wrong. But also like looking at Bama, like it's not the same Alabama that I remember watching over the past few years. It just they don't seem as consistent. And then Tennessee, of course, like has that upset on their plate. But it's just like looking at like Nick Saban after games, like he's kind of like the shell of what he used to be. Like he has like four hairs left. He just kind of like doesn't shift his facial structure. Like it's I don't want to say he doesn't care, but like I think he's realized that he's been dethroned as like, the top team, in all of college football.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take Tennessee, but I'm gonna take Tennessee spread here. I'm not gonna take them outright, but I think the spread is a safe bet here.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Gare, on Bovada right now. They have the spread at 7.5. Give me the Tennessee spread. Also, give me the under 52.5. Both these
Mash that.
offenses are dog shit.
Mash that.
Absolute dog shit.
Yep.
So it's going to be the easiest lock of the century. I'm putting it in paper, in writing, no, on Twitter. Done. Easy work. This is going to be a shitter game. It's not going to be all that used to be hyped up in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate, but this ain't the same teams. It's sad. SEC has had a fall from grace. Obviously, you still got Georgia up there, but it ain't much. It ain't fucking much.
I hate them. All right, so the last one I'll get into, the little Pac-12 matchup. Not late night, but prime time, 8 p.m. 14 Utah goes to 18 USC. This is going to be, I think, a tough game to try to pick a side on, too, because USC just got embarrassed last week at Notre Dame. Notre Dame just absolutely ripped him to shreds. Caleb Williams had probably one of his worst performances in college yet, throwing 3 picks. But coming back home against a Utah team that's been really stout defensively, but for some reason still doesn't have Cam Rising back in the lineup when he could have been rumored to come back and play against Florida week 1. Mm-hmm. So I'm still a little, what the hell is going on here? I mean, regardless, they're 5-1 without him. They've put up a great record so far, But I'm interested to see if this is the game that he comes back, because Utah's offense has been booty without Cam Rising. Booty, bro. They can't move the ball. Like, they're not getting any great plays going downfield. They do not look like a powerful offense that they've been in years past. But if he comes back this game, this is where they're going to need him. USC coming back home after being embarrassed against Notre Dame. Bro, you know Caleb Williams is trying to throw for 450 and 5 tutties. Like, he is going to absolutely try to set the world on fire at home. Only way I think that Utah can keep up with that is if Cam Rising, a healthy Cam Rising, plays and puts a spark in that offense. And regardless, I know USC's defense has been trash. I know how bad they've been. But Utah, man, I can see them getting a couple scores. I don't think they're putting up nearly as many points as even some of these like booty Pac-12 teams have been doing. Like Arizona State putting up a lot of points. Who was it? Arizona took them to overtime. Not even overtime, 3 overtimes. I mean, Colorado putting up 41 on them. The USC has let up a lot of points, but I feel like those offenses have been working just a little bit better than Utah. Could be wrong on that, but you guys have any which way on this game? Any way you're leaning?
Yeah, no, I think it's kind of the flip of Alabama, Tennessee. There's going to be no defense played in this game. Give me the over 49.5. As far as the spread or a money line, I'm going to wait until closer to game time just to make sure, there's no Cam Rising situation. There's none of this extra bullshit. So I'm going to hold off for now. I think it's a hard lock on the over 49.5. I genuinely don't see any offense getting stopped during this game. So that's kind of my big takeaway. If you like offense, this is going to be your game to watch. Hands down.
True.
Yeah.
You got anything?
Sorry. No. Only thing I was gonna go with Mondo here. I was just looking at like previous stats from previous games from both teams. Both teams are putting up big numbers, it looks like, except for Utah. When they got upset by Oregon State. That was a pretty tough one. But I'm gonna take over 54 for this game, just because I feel like both quarterbacks are gonna be coming out to play. And just playing in that Coliseum, I could see it. It's like a battle of the gladiators in the Coliseum. That's what we'll call it. But also, fuck Utah. I remember when the Utah came here a couple years ago to the Swamp, and we beat them somehow. I greened out in the first 10 minutes of that game and had to run home. So I have bad memories of Utah. So fuck Utah. That's all.
Valid.
There you go. More Gary logic to wrap up this episode with a nice bow.
I will
And
say
Gary Lore.
one more thing before we end it out. This is a bet I have tonight. Sam Houston State is 0-6, but somehow is favored 5.5 points at home tonight against FIU. That's a trap line if I've ever seen it. We jump on Sam Houston State. They're getting their first win tonight. They are cashing by at least a touchdown tonight. Book it.
What high school is that?
Oh my god. It really sounds like it, doesn't it? Really sounds
Also, fuck
like
FSU. FSU's losing to Duke this weekend.
Oh,
It's time. They've come too close, and now they're playing a ranked opponent with Duke.
Oh, hot
at
take.
Doak.
Be prepared for the next episode. Gary's dropping Duke over FSU. Be prepared.
you're ready.
You heard it here
All right.
first.
Ladies and gentlemen, obviously this is a lot shorter of an episode than, what we're used to. Clearly 3 episodes a week is kind of hard to, find something for that filler episode. We don't want to keep up with this. It's going to be 2 times a week. We just missed an episode last week. So that's why we're trying to make it up to you guys. But we will see you guys on Friday. We're going to have picks on picks on picks. NFL, college football, UFC, special guests. Be there, be square. We will see you guys on motherfucking Friday. Peace.
Let's go.